Good morning, everybody. Renee here with Luminous, walking you through absolutely everything you need to know about airbrushing. So today we're going to get started with talking about your new airbrush system, what comes with it, and how to use everything that comes in that kit. Because you know what? That is the hardest part, is getting used to what you have in your kit and opening up that box. So let's get started with talking about your system. So this is our Legend system. We have three total systems, and I'm going to pop this one on here because this is probably one that you've gotten here. That's our Pro, and that is our Icon. I have the Legend, and we're going to tell you what comes in that kit. So that is blush, 2 foundations, and a beautiful product that we call Love. Now, to make sure that you don't miss a thing, be sure that you subscribe to our channel. Yes, subscribe to our channel and ring that bell, because we don't want you to miss anything. We've got lots of fun tutorials and videos going on every single day. Check out that ticker. That's going to tell you when we're live to make sure that you don't miss a thing. Just wanted to give you a heads up, just a reminder, because of the holiday weekend, this weekend we will not be live on Friday. So keep that in mind. If you're new to us, say hi. Let me know that you're here, because that's the best part about this is you. So I'm going to clip my hair back because I always do. And today we're going to talk about color matching, and we're going to do that right before we get into how to use your stylus, how to do all of that. Reason being is because color matching might be one of those challenges that you have as soon as you open up your kit. You're going to get 2 foundations, you're going to get a blush, a product called Love. We did all the work for you when it comes to your blush, because you don't have to worry about matching up a complementary color. We did that for you based on the colors that you chose, and Love is universal. Good morning, Candy, Patty, and Shauna. Hi, welcome everybody. So we're going to talk about color matching, and it doesn't matter what formula you got, what 2 shades you got. We're just going to use two colors right here. I have even 2 different formulas. That's okay. We're going to just put those 2 next to each other. Here, let's try this. Let's do something that's a little bit more obvious. Yours is going to be less obvious because your colors are going to be in the same family. Let's try this. We'll do Silk 030 and 040 and Silk 070. We're going to test those out before we get started, so we feel super confident about trying our airbrush system for the first time. Hi, Deborah. Good morning, everyone. All right, first things first. Always and always and always and always, no matter what, always shake up those bottles. Why? Let me get you an example here. This is our Silk Foundation in 140. This is settled, but we haven't picked it up in a few days. All of those, pardon my nails, all of those mineral-based pigments have settled to the bottom because this is an water-based mineral pigment. And if you listen, those BBs mean that it's moving those pigments around and blending it perfectly together. Hi, Tammy. Welcome. We're so excited that you're here. Please, we're so excited that you said hey, because that's so important. We have a great community here. The ladies and gentlemen that join us are super friendly, so we're glad that you're here. Please feel free to ask us any questions, and that's what we're here for. I'm Renee, in case you don't know. Let me pop my email up there. Now, if you have any questions that we don't address during our chat, sometimes we don't see all the comments, or we are going down another path in our tutorial for the moment, please feel free to send me an email. If you ask anybody here, we answer. So I am here in for your morning, and we have our amazing Heather that is here in the afternoons. All right, we are going to do a quick test here. So we have shaken these up. I'm going to put 1 dot. This one is the 040. I'm going to swipe it across my cheek. Another dot. Swipe it across my cheek there. Now in this situation, as you can tell, this one is too dark for my skin, and this one is closer to my skin. See, and as I rub that in, it becomes even more close to my skin. Now, of course, with Airbrush Foundation, you're never going to have this much on. So you want to choose the color that is closest to your skin tone. So we are doing that because in this case, we're going to use the 040 because that was closer to my skin tone of the two colors that came in my kit. So I hope that that helps you understand why we have two colors in your kit. Now, if you find yourself that you're somewhere in between both, you can mix your foundation, and we'll talk about that when we get to it. All right, everybody. So here we go. Let's talk about what we're doing and why we're doing it. Now, the reason why we offer these suggestions right here, get used to the feeling with just air or water, keep your stylus moving, stay 4 fingers width from your skin, and barely pull back on the trigger. The reason why we offer this suggestion here is because this is going to make you more successful at doing your airbrush. You're going to feel more confident. You're going to have much better success with your airbrush when you do these few tips. So let's talk about your stylus. So no matter what system you have, the stylus is the same. So this is our stylus. You want to hold it just like a pen. We put this cute little cap on there. That is going to help you from spilling it everywhere. And if you've ever watched any of my videos, and Tammy, I know that you haven't yet because you're new to us, I tend to drop a lot of things and spill a lot of things. So that's okay. All right. Good morning, Jacqueline. Good morning, Amber. So this is what you want to do. You want to hold on to your stylus just like that. This is your trigger. So when we, oh, perfect, Tammy. So when we say barely pull back on the trigger, we mean a tiny little wiggle. Tiny wiggle. Okay, so there we go. We want to stay 4 fingers from our skin, and we always want to keep that stylus moving. So let me move over here so we can keep that in mind. So Tammy says that she is having some trouble color matching. So Tammy, if you could just drop me a comment, let me know what 2 colors you've got in your kit. And sometimes, and we'll talk about mixing too, because if you are, say, we saw that 7 was way too dark for me, but the 4 was closer. But let's say I was kind of in between. When you go to put your foundation, let's try this here, in your well, let's try it. Turn it on. Put a few drops, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you can, we recommend, excuse me, wow, my coffee is just kicking in, 6 to 8 drops. So if you're doing 6 to 8 drops and you're halfway in between, do half of one color and half of the other. Now you might be thinking, okay, I'm half and half. I just put them both in here. How do I mix them? So you put your finger right here and pull back on the trigger and see how that bubbles up. That mixes your colors perfectly together. So you don't have to worry about them not mixing in or starting with a lighter color and the darker colors coming behind it and making one side of your face maybe different than the other. All right, we are going to get going with that application. But first, because I think it's super helpful, I'm going to pop this off so that you can see. There we go. All right, we're going to do a demo. And Tammy, this is a super fun demo for you. Especially because I feel like you haven't seen it before. So we have had great feedback on this demo and everybody here loves the demo. So let's get going. All right. So when you start airbrushing, because you want to hold this like a pen, it's a really fun way to try out your stylus for the first time on a piece of paper. Why? Because you can actually feel using your stylus just like you would a pen. And because we just mixed the color in here that's perfect for our skin, you might not see it on your skin. And that's exactly how you want it to go, because this is very microfine pigments, just evening out your skin tone. So we can't always see it directly on our skin. So when we try it on a piece of paper, you're going to be able to start to see that color. See that? That microfine mist. Ooh, got a little blurry there. So we're just going to open up our trigger just a little bit. Remember we said a tiny tiny little movement of your finger releases that trigger. And there we go. We're starting to get that even application. So what happens if we open up too far? See, so much more product, and it looks a little wet. You can see that light just reflecting off of it versus there where it is nice and even. If you get too close, see how you can get that? Also, if you're too far away, you're not really getting, I'm so far away, guys. Like, you're not really getting any coverage. You're just kind of blowing out that product. So this is why it just takes one try on a piece of paper, because I really love trying it on a piece of paper because you can see it. One of the challenges when you're first getting used to airbrush is that because it's so fine and you're used to doing, remember we just swiped that on, we could see it. That's what we're used to with traditional foundation, where you swipe it on and then you're like, spread it all out. We don't have to do that. And that is one of the challenges with airbrush, is because you're used to seeing it and you know where you blend it in. So that is why we would just want to try it on a piece of paper. Oh, Tammy, you've got 4 colors. All right. Have you done the swipes here on the side of your cheek? Now, the reason why we want to recommend using that on the side of your cheek is because this is usually where we need more foundation, through the center of our nose, in that cheek. We don't want to try down here because this is where we want it blending away. So you're not going to use as much product down here as well. So Tammy, you also, and you can ask some of the ladies here, if you like, you can send me a picture with your swipes if you have questions or you're challenged on what you like. But here's the true test. It's what you feel the most comfortable in. What color you feel the most comfortable in. And the beauty of it is it's just makeup. So if you're using 4 or 5 drops, 6 to 8 drops, whatever, even if you're just doing half of your face, what I recommend is try to do it on half of your face if you're still worried about the color, because then if it's not right, then you haven't wasted all of that on the right color. You also start moving that product. Now this is one pass. Now what do we mean by pass? That means I have touched my full surface from top to bottom one time. So that's going to give me the first layer of coverage. Then we can start on the other side if you'd like to see, and see what you like. Tammy, it's complete. If one of the colors matches you and you feel comfortable with it, you don't have to mix the colors. But if you feel like you're in between 2 of the colors, you can. I hope that makes sense. So maybe if you said you got 5. Shauna, I see you with your colors. I'm checking on you 1 second. You have 5, 6, 7, and 8. Maybe you like 5 with 2 drops of 8. You can play with it, and that's what's so great about it. And you can figure out your formula. And what I meant by just like one side is that you can do your mix or your single color, whichever one you prefer, but try to only do it on one side until you know it's the right combo. And this is just for the first few times. This is just for the first few times that it's going to, until you find that right formula. So maybe it takes 1 time, maybe it takes 2 times, but there you go. You just want to see the difference. And what I like to do is do half of my face, because sometimes you get overwhelmed and you do your whole face and then you're like, I'm not sure if this is right. See how I've done half of this face and we can see that my color is correct. You don't see a line. You don't see where it started, where it stopped. And you don't see a totally different color here than you do here. So I'm really confident in this combination here for this foundation. Shauna, you got 03 and 004 and ordered 2 lighter colors. Okay, great. So you can mix those in together and see what, you can mix those together, or you can try them individually and see what you like. The beauty of Luminous Airbrush Foundation is that you can create your own custom foundation color. So maybe you spend the weekend out at the pool or doing yard work and you are a deeper tone when you come back in. That's okay. You have the foundation to support it because you can mix in a little of your darker color. Over here, difference between matte and luminous base. Okay, I'm going to pull up all of our foundations. All of our foundations are luminous. We also have different finishes here. So we have Silk 4-in-1. You can see here the finish is silky. You get a sheer to medium coverage. Oh, I lost my, oh my goodness, guys. I lost my comments. Hold on one second. All right. I don't know what's going on, guys. There we go. Okay. All right, guys, I'm having trouble seeing your comments here. All right, hold on for me just a moment. Not sure what happened. All right, guys, so this is these are our airbrush foundations and the coverage that they have. So Silk 4-in-1 is sheer to medium with a silky finish. It's great for all skin types. Then I think Shauna asked about matte. It's going to give a medium full coverage. So you're going to have a little bit more coverage with a matte finish, perfect for oily skin. So that is the difference there. Okay. I tried applying. I'm sorry. Something happened and everything got squished. So I'm so sorry. I'm trying to read these comments. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Tammy? Yes, Tammy. And also sometimes it might not even necessarily be too dark. It might just be that we have too much on, which we can do when we first get started because we're so used to putting foundation on where we can see it. And Tammy, we come back a few times. Oh, see, it'll shut off if we keep talking too much. We do these 5 times a day. Me and my girl Heather, we do those a few times a day. So if you have questions or you try it or you have some time this morning, try it out before our next live. And that's definitely something that we can address together on the next live. All right, so there we go. I think that color, my neck is always just a tiny bit lighter than the rest of my body. But as you can see, super even, just perfectly balanced on the skin. Guys, I don't know what just happened to all of my comments. They're so hard to read. So if I can't see you, I'm sorry. Go ahead and send me an email if I missed your comment. All right, we're going to go into blush now. And you know what? I feel like I've been neglecting my favorite blush. Ta-da! Tulip. All right. Tulip blush is my favorite. Yeah, Candy, I showed some of the darker foundations. Like here's a Mystic in a 12. And we showed this one earlier, the 140 that I had to shake up because it's been sitting there. I have a 070. This is one of the colors that I think it was Tammy that said that she has. So those are some of the darker tones that we have. All right. Let's go into blush. So we're going to use Tulip Blush. And we're just going to add a little bit of blush just to give us some color in our skin. I know we're like, why do we do this? We're like, we take away our color just to put it back. And then we just get a little, oh, guys, if you could see, my head is this big on my screen, and your words are this big. And it's terrifying me because my face is too big. All right, let's wrap this up with a little bit of love. Because, guys, all you need is love. All right, we're going to wrap this up with love. This comes in your kit. Love is a hydrating luminizer that gives your skin a hydrated glow with not a lot of shimmer, but it makes your skin look healthy and beautiful. So now, oh my goodness, I can't even see who it was. Shauna, I think you asked about matte foundation. Now, if you like the idea of a foundation that has a little bit more coverage, like the matte foundation, you can add a little bit of love to that foundation, or you could use it after the foundation and just give your skin a beautiful glow. Now, I like to kind of turn myself on the side here because I love, look at that finish. It also helps to soften, see how the difference of the blush? So you can get that really just soften out some of that blush if you feel like you put a little too much on. It's also great just as a finisher, or you can use it under your foundation. Oh, I just sprayed my hair. Guys, the gray hairs just like really accentuate the oldness that's happening right now in my life. Guys, it's July. What? Woo! What happened? When did that happen? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So that is what you get in your kit. That is how you color match. As you know, and as we said, I'm going to see if I can even read any of this stuff. If you need to, I'm happy to help you with your color matching. I know that there's a few of you on here that have sent me their pictures, and I've helped you through that as well. So please go ahead and send me those as well. So please, please, please join us back here. Check this out at 10, 12, 2, and 4 today. We are 8, 10, 12, 2, and 4 Central Time. Every single Monday through Thursday. Fridays normally at 8 and 10, but just keep in mind that this Friday we will not be going live for the holiday. So, all right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys back here at 10. I probably will doing something fun. Probably some eyes or something. Who knows? All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you soon. Bye. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to get out of here because my whole dashboard is a hot mess express. All right, everybody. See you later.